Oh. It's the beginning of another weekend. Welcome to the show. I am Mariah for Lavi Brand. As always, I have the ladies with me. Hello, Nima Akasha Zabiri.
Good morning. I'm dressed.
Okay, no problem. How you doing, Jerry?
I'm dressed like them in your kingdom today. It's the Alafin's 83rd birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to the Alafin
Wow.
from the ladies of your view.
Let me take it. Imperial Majesty Oba Lamidi Olayiwola Adeyemi III. The greeting is from the Mara Desas family, and according to our producer, Dolapo, I dare not miss this message. So,
we join the Mara Desas
family. Happy birthday, sir.
Okay.
Happy birthday, sir.
How you doing now? Yeah, and very colorful today.
Yeah. In the spirit, amazing. Got feedback from my fellow business people trying to access the CBN intervention for small businesses in getting dollars at the official rate. And I've heard before that there's been compromise within the banking sector, but this person was giving me facts. Before she gets the approval of the money, she has to pay. They used to demand 800, they used to demand 1 million. They said a lot of people are asking for funds. This is those that qualify legitimately to bring in foreign products into Nigeria that should get access to the funds the CBN has provided are not able to get it unless they bribe. Now, it's we doing ourselves. That's the reason. And like I'm just coming to say that this CBN has already provided the policy. It is huge loss for the country to provide that fund at 413 naira. Can we please not inconvenience businesses even further?
That's what happened. Even the guy that came here. It's about us. So there's a system in place. They put a framework. But we the people,
he said that the queue is very long. That everybody expects there must be a chain all the way. According to the person, like the Treasury Department, all the way that you don't get that fund unless you bribe. She doesn't even mind bribing. Can they even speed up the process? Because if you don't pay a lot of money, it's slower.
The cost if you're going to.
Exactly. Which inconvenience? Please.
American Constitution says we the people.
We the people, let's not suffer ourselves. We the people of Nigeria, can we not suffer ourselves?
How are you doing, Maria? I'm looking
fine,
nice and bright. I hope you're going somewhere afterwards.
I'm going nowhere. I'm just going home. It's really colorful, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Sometimes you think like, I'm not so sure. And then everyone says, oh my God.
Yeah.
So it's like the arms look quite aggressive.
Lovely.
Yeah, thank you. Ada, of course, as usual, you know, she's just our plug. She always does House of Vichy, yes. She's always doing these amazing designs and makes us look beautiful on a budget.
Yes, that part, I like that part.
Yeah. And she's very efficient.
Yes.
She is
efficient in every area. I don't understand how efficient this girl is. Makeup, clothing, whatever it is, she's efficient.
And she has a
You call her for
fantastic
makeup,
attitude.
and she's there 5 a.m. in the morning. What do you not just see somebody at the gate and you wonder, auntie, what's the problem?
Like,
"Hey,
I'm
you said she come
here."
early now. She's just so efficient. Very fantastic. Anyways,
how are you doing?
And you?
My own is just the planning.
Well done.
Next week, this time next week, we're done. I can't wait. Over.
No, this time next week.
This time next week. This time we'll be in church.
Yeah,
this time we'll be in church. It's almost done. So, you see, when Bobrisky was saying that he spent 30 million for party, and we're all scoffing.
For his birthday.
His
own is No,
I'm just saying, babe.
Like
This
it's cost
country,
a
if you want
whole
to
lot.
do party now, you gotta have 30
But
years.
it's only
Easily.
different from your...
Easily. I'm just, my point is that it's just cost a lot of money.
Yeah, everything
And
is
we're thinking, what's
expensive.
going
Inflation.
on? You know, and it's like, we thought we got 5 a.m. we'll finish everything.
Mariah, in which continent? In which decade? Like that's like 2 decades ago.
It's just
We're grateful
unbelievable.
for
But we
grace.
thank God, child. Yeah, this way.
Exactly.
Thank you. God bless. That's the word. Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we go through the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Okay. Thank God Tokwe got her earrings back. Now I have to play it now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to start with the punch today. IU's emergence as chair, North gets PDP's nod to contest 2023 presidency. Oshibaja urges creativity by states on revenue generation. Ogun motorists hospitalized after checkpoint shooting and cop arrested. Buhari once took part in protests shouldn't disrupt NSAS, says Falano. Military expects more to Kano jets by October 28th, says ban is fleeing northwest. Aregbe's loyalists go for broke to elect our exco. 88,704 contract cholera. 3,208 die amid vaccine scarcity. Senior staff caution FG on unvaccinated workers, ban government's plans for mass vaccination, and National Assembly proposes December 15th for budget passage, threatens MDAs. Okay.
Let's start with a human interest story.
Yes,
so in Ogun State, a policeman has been arrested for shooting a motorist. They said this happened on Wednesday. So this man was driving his car. He was stopped by the policeman, and his car was searched. And without any provocation, one of the policemen just shot him in the leg, just like that. Luckily, there are also eyewitnesses. In fact, there are videos making the rounds that just, people were saying that this man did nothing and the policeman shot him. The victim has been taken to hospital undergoing treatment, and the Ogun State Command has said that the policeman in question has been arrested, and investigation is going on the reason why he would just, shoot him without any reason to. So
really sad.
Hear from that.
I want to take the military to Kano story. The Chief of the Defense Staff, General Lucky Rabo, has debunked the notion that the military engagement in the southeast is targeting people, labeling it as false. So many people feel like whatever the military is doing in the southeast is attacking the citizens, Nigerians that live in the southeast. And they say that's not true, that there's been a lot of win in the war against bandits in the northeast, and they are relocating. And so they are fighting the insurgency, they are fighting the people that are causing damage and harm to the safety of citizens within that state, and they are securing the lives of citizens of Southeast. Then he mentioned the fact that somebody they posed the question to him concerning negotiations, that since Shegumi is pushing for negotiations in the Northeast, why are they not considering that same approach in the Southeast? And he said he's not his opinion to decide whether negotiation is right or wrong, that Shegumi is speaking for himself and those that share his beliefs, and that for him, he's doing his military assignment, which is to secure people on ground. And we're expecting more Tucano jets on the 28th of October to help provide more, what do they call them, equipments for the military to boost the war against insurgents across the country.
Go ahead. I was going to take the story on the NSAS. So next week, Wednesday, I think, marks the year anniversary, and there's a planned protest. Ofemi Falana is asking that the presidents who also participated in protests in the past should not stop or disrupt the upcoming protest. That's pretty much what he was saying.
Clara, I want to take the painful, very painful and preventable. According to all the medical experts in this particular article, this is a very preventable. 88,000 plus contacted. Just 3,000 plus people, 3,200 and something people. In the space of 276 days. Totally avoidable because, of course, the government on their part is not doing enough. One Professor Tomori, accused government of not doing what he considers one death a disaster, because cholera is very preventable. But then I like the
preventable and curable.
Talked about the people, what we could have done to assist ourselves, because Nigerians like to say government, but if it is for cholera, there's a part you play.
Hygiene.
Okay,
please let me quickly take this.
Talk about public toilet, providing public
so that's where government will come in.
But then people should not do open defecation.
Exactly.
And marketplaces should be kept clean.
There should be more open toilets.
Assert leadership in certain public places and ensure that.
I want to take the story of the National Assembly proposing that in the Punch, that December 15 we should have our budgets passed. The statement was by the chairman of the House Committee on Appropriation, Aliyu Betara, saying that they are putting pressure on MDAs to come and defend their budget. He said that MDAs, that we frown on agencies of government which say they have only received 75%, we only receive 60%, and so they cannot say they implemented. So that you cannot, they are threatening the MDAs that you cannot, nobody waits until they have 100% appropriation before they implement the rules. That we're trying to get back into a January to December budget cycle, and that the MDAs are, their activities are disrupting it. But that Omagege has said that whatever it will take, before the end of the year, they will pass the new budget.
The Nation. Oshimbajo to governors, don't bank on monthly allocation. We have turned the heat on insurgents, gunmen says CDS. Why North PDP leaders adopted IU as consensus chair candidate? Navy intercepts 32.9 kg cocaine on vessel.
You know, I have to take that.
National Assembly promises budget passage by December 16th. Over 2.5 million Nigerians fully vaccinated. And chemistry professor Adebowale is 13th UIVC. Okay, let's start with the major headline. Who has that story? Or do you want to do the...
I have the major headline. So, speaking at the Ekiti Fountain Summit 2021 in Ado-Ekiti to mark the third year anniversary of Governor Kayode Fayemi's administration, the vice president said that states need to get more creative. They shouldn't bank on monthly allocation anymore, that there is no more handout from the federal government as per monthly allocation, and each state should treat themselves as an independent country. I wonder how that will work with the constitution that has concurrent and recurrent. And he also mentioned that they should avoid double taxation, because many people, when you think of getting revenue, the first thing the states will think of is, oh, let's increase taxation. But he's saying avoid double taxation because it will stop other private investors from bringing their funds into the country. I know you said a lot more, but...
Yeah. Well, that's
okay,
the gist of the matter. Yeah. But, of course, I will take the drug smuggling story. So operatives of the Nigerian Navy ship NNS Beecroft, have intercepted a vessel called MV Chayani Nari. It was carrying 32.9 kg of cocaine that had been arranged and put in 30 slabs. If you see the picture, yes, a lot of that. They said, of course, all the staff and crew of the ship were arrested, and 6 Asians were part of those that were arrested. It was coming from Santos in Brazil. This interception was possible because Interpol had alerted us here in Nigeria, the Nigerian Navy here in Nigeria. So in collaboration with NDLEA, Nigeria Ports Authority, they had been following it, Nigerian Customs Service, they have been following it, and they were able to make this arrest. Well done.
Okay, so concerning COVID, the U.S. has donated 3.5 million additional doses of the Pfizer vaccine, making it, I think, 7.5 million so far in Nigeria. Government is still saying that they have enough to cover, especially government workers. According to them, they got over 500,000 from France and quite a number of others. So they are also asking that people should get vaccinated. But more importantly, they're going to name and shame those who are selling cards. So you don't get the jab, but you get the card, the fake cards, because that's what's causing this credibility issues we're having internationally, but they're not accepting or recognizing our vaccination cards. So they're going to be clamping down on those and the naming and shaming those people who are actually selling our vaccination cards to the, I mean,
I don't get it.
We, the people of Nigeria, should not compromise this thing.
The people that have
so
access to these cards,
you know what happened was that initially, government, when they wanted to vaccinate, they're trying to get partners. Okay, we can't do everything by ourselves. So partners come in, help us to get people vaccinated, so get private hospitals, to get you take some vaccinations so you can help, so you can decongest the amount of things that government is doing. But these guys are compromised. Some of them are compromised. So they come into the hospitals.
So now my green card is no longer valid.
So that's, again, we
because
the people.
Some people have compromised.
Used to be putting that down. We the people. Now what's be the problem? We the people. Okay, do we have time for another story, Nima? Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll move on to Vanguard. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy East Flash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty.
COVID-19 FG to establish mass vaccination sites across the states. Lack of scanners causes congestion at nation's ports, says reps. Anambra police to deploy over 34,500 men, special forces and INEC vows readiness. Breach of agreement on your government to revoke contracts of 22 firms. Cement prices defy seasonal trend, rubbishes producers' claims. FG directs all TV stations to use sign language interpreters. And 3 killed, many injured as NURWT RTN clash in Lagos. Okay.
So NURT clashed on Wednesday night into Thursday morning, but I was lucky because I drove right into it thinking the road was free. Post it, and I didn't know there were gunshots yesterday morning. According to the report in the Vanguard, NURT, that is National Union of Road Transport Workers, clashed with members of the Road Transport Employees Association of Nigeria, and they killed 3 people. They walked straight into their park and killed 3 people just to start the fight over what they consider collection of monies. You know, I've said about what I saw once in a bus in the morning, what they pay in between. A bus before 9 a.m. must pay at least 500 naira to be able to run the Badagry Expressway. So I guess clash of authority, and this is how they usually change authority. But according to their chairperson, he's written to the special advisor to the governor on transport, Fayinka, to notify him of what's happened, and I'm hoping that for the benefit of the people who are living in the environment of more fear in that area, there's peace, have security there for now.
Okay.
Yeah, so the federal government is going to be directing TV stations to use sign language interpreters. So at the 2021 annual lecture organized by the federal FRCN, the Minister for Information was there, and in response to a lady called Monsurat Abdul Wasiu. She was a former leader of the Women's Wing of Association of the Deaf. So during this meeting, she was saying that most times, for those of them for people who are, deaf or have one disability or the other, it just seems as if they are not being included when it comes to information like this. It says a lot of them, they are watching the news, they are deaf, they can't hear it. And, she made a very strong point. She said, so what happens to deaf people when they are reading news and when they are sick and go to hospital? Does it mean that we're not entitled to information and health care? The government needs to look into this. And so the minister was, very moved by that and says that they're going to do something about it. And I think it's welcome.
I think that having it written, because in most developed countries, they have it written, scrolling as your everything you say, there's that AI that automatically interprets everything you say. I think that it is easier to implement using technology than having someone do sign language.
Picture. So someone at the bottom just interpreting sign language. That's
okay.
I want to take the cement, of course, I'll take the cement story. Who have been following cement prices, and they say the cement prices have defied the usual trend. It has defied normal economics. And the research Vanguard has done is to break down how usually cement price had increased phenomenally last year, but this year, contrary to where it should be, around 2,900, and then it should drop a bit around July, August, it has increased to 3,800, which is like 31% increase in the price of cement. The reason for this, I've been trying to understand, is because supply is limited. So it's a case, it's not based on factory price, it's based on because it's unavailable. And they were thinking that there was a price war between a few brands, and they felt that would drive it down. It didn't, it actually took it up. And major distributors are saying that it's not available.
So is it Nigerians again?
I don't think it is just Nigerians. I think we have like the largest deposit of limestone. We have no reason to have scarcity of cement. Of course, we people of Nigerians and have not increased efficiency in distribution, and then the government, the people above the government have not put structure of good roads on ground to aid movement of these things. But cement is one of the key factors in home ownership and building of houses, and it makes the price of ownership of houses skyrocket. So we should intervene. The government should intervene.
I was going to touch on the major headline quickly, because Governor Obaseki, Governor Sanwo-Olu, Governor Kayode Fayemi, and Governor of El Rufai of Kaduna State have all agreed and reiterated their request on having a state police. According to them, there has to be they said that the centralization of and control of the command security is no longer acceptable, that they need centralization in their respective states. And that this was developed affecting the development of security architecture within their states, and said they are conversing for a multi-layer policing system in the country to protect the citizens and investment that drive development. So you cannot develop if your community is not secure, and it's important that they have more power, more authority. This was at the summit in Ikiti, where the vice president was saying that the governors need to get more creative. So some states are creative, others aren't. They're just dependent totally on the allocations from the center.
Let me quickly take the story of scanners. Let me quickly take the COVID-19 vaccination story. So the federal government, of course, is planning to ramp up vaccination, and in doing that, it's opening a lot of more centers. So they're looking at places like the universities, polytechnic, shopping malls, markets, all over. So far, as of today, we have only 4.7% of the population that have taken at least one dose of the vaccination, and only about 2.3% that are fully vaccinated. So we need to do more, and this seems like a welcome idea. And I think this has also affected people going back to work, where government has given a December 1st deadline for everyone to make sure that they are fully vaccinated before they can get back to work.
So scanners, lack of scanners have caused congestions in the nation's ports, and apparently Nigeria still does, the Nigerian Customs Service still does 100% physical examination of imported items, and that a lot of things can go through. So we should have scanners, but we don't. It slows the process of importation. It increases the time. It reduces inefficiency within the ports. And the motion has now been pushed that we need to improve. We need to get the e-scanners in the budget already gives 3.2 trillion for debt servicing alone. So thinking of e-custom to take off will be a bit challenging. But I think that to improve efficiency, we'll get more income. So let's put money where we know it will generate.
You see, this word has come up so much this week, efficiency. And I think it's a reminder that efficiency is one of the major factors to development, because that's why China can bring in goods in this country, because they're more efficient. It's cheaper to bring something in than us develop it. So we need to start, how we can get the economics of efficiency. Something that we need to start beginning to talk about.
It
How do
starts
we
with the
become
spirit of excellence.
more efficient in every area? Because that's why these guys can come in and just take over. You know, how you know using manual that this is.
You are checking with your hand. How many things can a human being's eye see?
Okay, the Nigerian Tribune, PDP chairmanship deals compromise that threw up Aliyu. 13,243 terrorists with families surrender in Northeast. 22 Thai tailors arrested over attempt to smuggle cocaine into Nigeria. ICANN applauds improvement in Kogi's accountability rating ranking index. Special report, Nigeria misses measles eradication date. Records over 10,000 cases in 8 months. 85% of COVID-19 cases in Africa are undetected, says WHO. And AWO, HID, vessels of honor used by God to bless real Remo diocese, says Bishop Fakwe. Okay.
So the Defense Headquarters has said that we have about over 13,000 terrorists have surrendered to the troops in the Northeast. They include 3,243 males, 3,868 females, and over 6,000 children. Defense Headquarters says recently, in the past 2 weeks, it has laid a very sustained, aggressive posture in the Northeast, and it has yielded them so many good results in the war against insurgency. It says that it has definitely reduced the operational capabilities of the insurgents. They're able to have killed about I missed that. So about 13 terrorists, their informants, logistics, suppliers have been arrested. 29 of them have been neutralized. They said about 51 illegal refineries have been deactivated, all in the space of 2 weeks. So many arms and ammunition recovered. So I think this is where we can say, well done, and keep doing the good work.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Nigeria has missed the 2020 deadline for the eradication of measles because, of course, we could not meet up vaccination, and we've increased that to 2028 as the year that, we'll finally meet up. I love this special report in the Tribune that covers how the vaccines are not well balanced and how measles continue to plague certain areas. They mentioned 3 areas, Oyo, the 3 major states in the southwest as areas where you have continuous infection of measles, and more with children below 5 years, because it's even more dangerous for to have it within that age. I think we know what to do.
I think the two of the problems is that why we have this problem is that funding and also lack of hygiene on the part of Nigerians.
Okay, let me take this. The WHO is insisting that we have COVID. So they're saying that 6 out of every 7 COVID-19 cases are not being detected. According to them, the reports say we have about, 8 million COVID cases in Africa, but they're insisting it's 59 million.
And when people are not dying, so...
No, I agree with them. Okay, continue, finish.
They are using some kind of formula that looks at records of deaths and case fatalities. And they're saying that the only people who are coming, who want to travel, or who actually show symptoms are the ones that are getting tested. That more people are asymptomatic, but they are spreading it.
Does it make sense, Mariah?
No,
it does,
because
most people who go for tests is either you have been found to be in contact with someone and so officially being traced. How many Nigerians are going to just go and be tested?
There's a funny thing. No. Even Nigerians are covering up. Hospitals now, in the past, private hospitals rejected. Now they're treating them. They'll just tell you, you have a respiratory infection.
So they don't tell them?
You have pneumonia, but they're just managing you, and they will not release you within 7 days. I'm telling you for a fact, I've had 3 experiences, and I was setting. I said, what did you get? They said, the results said that I had pneumonia. I said, you. The other one said, they said I had viral infection.
No. I assumed that I had COVID before I traveled because I was really, really having itchy throat and I was coughing. And I went for the test, and I went for the test in like the official accredited place, and it was negative. So sometimes you might have symptoms, and we tell ourselves that it is COVID. Is not. So the person might actually have
the person that lost her smell.
I believe that they are more.
But the one that lost her sense of smelling.
So why would they say that? Yes,
the one that lost her sense of smell was
the elections will be taking place very soon in Anambra State. The IGP of Police, Usman Akali Baba, was speaking to all commissioners and above yesterday, and he addressed the fact that they are going to be deploying 34,000 plus policemen to secure the Anambra State elections. I want to just pray for peace. It's going to take place on November 6th. Let all of us, we the people of Nigerians that are living in Anambra State, prepare ourselves adequately.
All right, that's all we can take. We're going to break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Nivea Black and White deodorant protects me and my favorite outfits. That's why I feel confident and free with 5-in-1.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy Eastplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's Your View. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it. 2008 worldwide, October 15th, every year is regarded as Global Hand Washing Day. The day is set aside to promote hand washing with soap and water as an easy, effective, and affordable way to prevent diseases and save lives. If there's any measure that has helped in curbing the spread of COVID-19 pandemic, it's regular hand washing with water and soap. So, I mean, when I get home, the very first thing I do is wash my hands. I mean,
yes, I do that as well with the children. So, you know, some of the soap like Dettol, you would use, of course, wet your hand, put a little water on your hand first, and put the soap, and then wash, thumb, fingers, and everything.
Now, right?
Yes, Dettol, back here. And then also, my daughter taught me this one. You sing happy birthday once. So that's how long it should take you to wash your hands here. We do that.
You know, I realized that those school programs they do, that, you know, like those sponsored school programs, it actually makes a lot of, because I didn't know how to wash the way they wash, they teach them to wash their hands. Until I went to the school and I saw all the kids. They were washing, they were washing, they were washing. I'm like 4 kids, they were all doing the same thing. Then they were washing, and then they were washing. I'm like, hey, is that... like, what are we washing? Are we washing our skin away? So after that, you know, I just kind of like noticed that everybody complied with that style of washing because you need to thoroughly get rid of. Then I read a research a few months back. And he spoke about how, no, it wasn't a research. There's a series on Netflix, the documentary series. And I've fallen in love with watching documentary series on Netflix. And it was talking about how soap was discovered, hand washing was discovered to prevent a lot of spread of diseases. And that many countries in the world then, everybody used to just assume that if somebody has a sickness, it becomes everybody's own. But someone discovered that by just washing your hand, you reduce the spread of sickness by 90%. Then, and now even much more, because we now have antiseptic soaps, we have different types of that, antibacterial soaps, then just ordinary soap. The importance of hygiene cannot be overemphasized because there are living organisms on our skin back to back, and we touch, and we can be spreading things we don't want to. So washing our hands prevent that from happening. So yes,
the hand remains the quickest means to get to the openings of the body. So your eyes everywhere, touch and all of that. I remember when Ebola broke in 2014, my daughter was about a year plus, and I was thinking, I got paranoid, I was thinking how, I forgot that the most effective means I had already taught her, which is to wash her hands. So I put another sanitizer in her bag and only to see how I make a cream, body cream of it. So if you have a child, and the most effective means, the easiest thing to teach that child is, of course, to ensure that they do hand wash all the time. So there's a soap every time in the hand wash in the house. I love that when I come back, they've either chopped it or used it flat. So that I just check that out. Okay, no, that's why we're not falling sick now.
So also, washing hands can reduce the risk of diarrhea, pneumonia, which can cause serious illnesses, measles, and death. Cholera that we were talking about recently. Hand washing with soap helps prevent the spread of other infections and viruses, including influenza and COVID-19. So COVID-19 is the biggest topic today.
Just permit me to quickly add that when your child is teething, it's not necessarily the reason for the purging. I live in a communal, very local place, and I see mothers do these things a lot. So you're carrying your child, you're ready to feed the child, you just go on with the activity as if washing of your hands is not important. I remember when I was breastfeeding and I used to go wash my hands before I would breastfeed my child. But that was the way that, you know, I ensured that that child did not teeth, and then we are in the hospital every day. I never missed a day of work because my son was teething. I made sure that whoever was with him or I washed our hands before we carried the child. It's the least you can do to prevent infections.
So before Dettol used to just be antiseptic, but now they have soaps, so you can actually wash, and you know that those soaps can actually ensure proper cleanliness of your hands.
100%.
Okay, so wash your hands. I think that's the message today. COVID-19 is out there. People are dying. Please let us reduce the spread. Wash your hands often and ensure that you use an antiseptic soap such as
and I think
Dettol
everybody watching should
and,
just have that conversation today. Have that conversation because today is hand washing day.
Hand washing day. Wash your hands today.
Yes.
Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll talk about hot topics. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
He's falling sick so frequently, either fever or stomachache. I keep him.
kádàrá aláwọ̀ àkàkàjù. àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n bá kú tọ́jọ́ ọkú wọn ò tí ì pé wọ́n á papòdà síbòmíì.
Is that all you're gonna say?
ọkọ̀ tí wàá sọ nìyẹn.
bó ṣe wá kọ̀wé ránṣẹ́ yìí pé òun fẹ́ rí mi kájọ fojúkojú yìí kò yé èmi o.
bó ṣe pé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ àyà mi ti sọ kí.
torí kí ni.
àkọ́yẹ́ kọ́ mọ bí jẹ́rẹ̀ ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ yọmọ mú yẹn rí flashback jọ́ ìkéyọ̀ mọ́tò mọ́ ẹgbọ́n mọ́.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day, all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various... Thanks for staying with us. So, our hot topic today. An actor said something on social media that caught our attention. So, Kenneth Okonkwo said that a man does not need to date a woman for too long to know if she's marriageable or not. I don't even know what marriageable means. I mean, we need to even debate what marriageable means. Anyways, he said that men almost certainly know what they want from a woman the moment they approach her. So the question is, why do we have couples dating for a long time just to get to know themselves better? Is it a fallacy that you need to date somebody for so long before you determine if the person is compatible with you? That's the controversy today. What are your thoughts on this? It's our Feel Good Friday, so it's just something to...
Light, right?
Something, yeah, light Friday, something to talk about and think about. We talked about people padlocking each other. You know, a man padlocks a wife, a woman padlocks a girl, a man. So when they have options outside, but they'll padlock you, they don't let you go. You know, but he is saying that, listen, the decision to marry or to settle down with somebody is almost instantaneous. You know as a person, and he's talking from a man's perspective. We're discussing it from our own perspective. Do you agree with him? Does a man really know when it's time, or he still needs to date just at least for that period? Mariam?
Okay, so I believe a man knows almost immediately if this is a partner he would like to, you know, be with for a long time and have children with. But I also believe that there are so many reasons why sometimes the dating process takes so long. One could be the age of the people involved. If they're really young and they're in school and they're pursuing other things, they're pursuing careers, they're trying to set themselves up. It is not now because the person is just only trying to understand if you're marriageable, but, you know, we're working towards something so that by the time we start our marriage, we're comfortable. So those are the reasons why sometimes it takes longer than usual. That's why some people will say to women, just date a man that is ready to settle down. Don't go and be dating small boys that are still in school or boy that is still trying to figure himself out. And then, you know, with someone who is already there, sort of settled, you know that it will not take too long before he starts talking to you about marriage. Although some people will say, how long is too long? Some people will tell you 3 years is fine. Some people will say that is too long. Some people will say 1 year is just okay. Some will say it's too long. For me, I think that a woman, if she's at age 30, a 2-year relationship is enough for her to also know if she wants to be with that person. And of course, this dating has to be dating in such a way that you know the person. So we're not talking long-distance dating. Because long-distance dating, too, also, you don't get to know this person a lot. Remember, we talk about anger issues. You need to see how that person responds to some things. You need to see how he treats other women apart from you, the women in his life, how he treats staff, you know, and to be able to, you know, detect red flags. Right. So it's important to give some time for dating.
Let me come to somebody else. Your initial thoughts on this. Nima?
I think most men know immediately. Most men know immediately this is the kind of person I can stay with. Like Mariam said, many people want to now find their footing financially or prepare for the marriage adequately. But there are men that don't know. As I said, there are men that don't know. There are men that meet a lady and they really are trying to gauge the person's, understand the person a bit more. I'm someone that believes in chemistry. I believe that you connect, some people you just connect with them, and when you connect, you know that, okay, this is the kind of person I can marry. But you can meet such a person and the person does not connect with you. So the feeling is one-sided, and all of that happens. What Kenneth is saying, Okonkwo is saying is that you don't need years to know. You don't need to date someone for so long to realize that this person has anger management issues. You don't need to date someone for so long to know this person is stingy. You don't need to. You don't need that long term. You just need to. And I'm against the idea of you dating when you're not ready to marry. Like, what are we? Have friends. I'm only going to start having a relationship when I know I want to get married, because at the end of the day, we're just wasting each other's time. We are not committed. I'm your friend. We are all friends. If I want to get married, I am going into a relationship, because many people just sample different people across many years of their lives until they're ready to now marry. Then they now pick a girl.
They're wrong in sampling.
Everything is wrong with sampling. Everything is wrong with sampling. So for me, when I want to marry, like I've already calculated that I've rented my house, maybe I have my milestones I want to achieve.
You're talking as a man now.
Yes. As a man, I've achieved my milestones. Then I seek a woman to marry.
Is that time that you won't find?
No, not really.
Usually, a lot of men, when they now finally have it, they are now asking people, please, I'm looking for wife. Introduce me. Because now it doesn't...
Because you told them not to sample. You told them not to practice before the time. Of course, you practice.
So let's just sample well. Let's understand.
Sampling means
so
you go on a date.
Yes, friends. I've reached my milestones, like Tokwe said. I look within my friends. Okay. Do I need to date you to know what you will do?
Let's define dating. What's dating?
Yes. Do I need to give you 11 years, 9 years relationship to know what you will do and what you won't do? Amongst you, in your circle, you must have seen a woman that you like. I met someone who said, I've known you for 6 years and I've always wanted to marry you. But at that time, that wasn't his target and that wasn't mine as well. So thank God that conversation did not happen, because by the time it happened, I was already engaged. But thank God, because imagine, I will be dating for 6 years. I know myself, the relationship will not last more than 2 years.
I dated people. I mean, I had a great time.
6 years?
Yeah, no. My doesn't last 3-4 months maximum, because I'm dating. We go to the movies. We go to, yes, we have to define. We watch a movie together. We go to dinner. We hang out. We meet at places. Just do stuff together. And I see him. No, we date as if we're an item. My friends are like, wait, is that Morales? We're dating. We're going together.
I don't like that.
So you're saying there should be no boyfriend, girlfriend until you're about to marry. So everybody in university, don't do, because you want to wait till you have finished university, get a job, then you can now start having relationships with people, dating them, going out for drinks, hanging out, getting to meet each other's families, getting to socialize together and widen your network.
Why do I need to? Yeah, I have friends. I have friends till now. One of my engineers that is working with me right now, I met him when I was in school. He was studying engineering then. He came to my house. He met my parents. He was my friend. We used to pray together. He was in MFM. We were not dating. He was my friend. I had nothing in my mind that I was going to marry him. Apparently, he harbored thoughts that maybe when he's ready, he would want to marry.
Of course.
But there was no conversation. He was my friend.
Not, okay, now.
So you get what I'm saying is, and as I had him as a friend, I had several other friends
like that
there was nothing. Male, female, God created them. Male, female, made friends. But there was no relationship. Did we watch movies together? We watched. Did we go out? Did he come to my store?
So your husband was the only person you dated?
So no. Okay. What I dated before my husband. But everybody that I dated though, I knew I could marry them.
That person.
So it did not work out in marriage. Did not mean that there was a clear conversation of I'm ready to get married.
Can I just ask Tokwe one more question, please? So you meet this person, and before you date that person, you already figure out this is someone I can marry to date.
He's my
friend. So how do you get to know the person you can marry?
What I'm saying is have a collection of friends. Be a friendly person. You cannot marry if you're not friendly.
Yes.
Do you understand? So when you have friendships around you, even if you don't marry amongst your friends that know you, the kind of girl Tokwe is, you have married, they will market you to their own circle as well.
So there's everyone you dated before your husband were all friends. They were all friendships. They were no dating. It was not a dating thing.
I said I dated for my husband. I had relationship before my husband.
All right. Tokwe is not on the spot.
No, but I'm saying I defined it. Before any of those relationships, we were friends and I knew. Even my husband was my friend, registered my business. We went out together. We were not dating. I was in another relationship and I found it was a better prospect. And then we moved.
Move. So there's a list that you have. Okay, that I had. Tick.
Yes.
Qualify. Then you can approach the bench like that.
Yes.
If you don't qualify, no matter how marketable you are, you don't even get the address to the house. Talk less of. We don't cross certain things. We remain that friendship. And I had male friends, close, as in we became brothers and sisters. I can still share with their spoon when they're eating, take the spoon and eat even in front of their wives. That's how close we were, but they were not marriage.
Okay, so
friends.
Again,
but if marriage was going to happen, those people don't need to tell me you have not crossed milestones before you marry. Because now what is trending is that a man is dating a girl, then there's a standard that she must now meet with family. You have to come and see my family. You come there, they even give you target of pregnancy now. You know, those things that were outrageous. is your mother's family, is your wife's, the girl's family who usually would give a man that, okay, can you take care of this girl? Are you temperament? The mom will be watching. That is no longer that now. It's the old family
I don't
now.
I don't know how you guys meet these people. I mean, let me give you an example. I meet a guy, maybe you go to somebody's party. You meet a guy, he takes your number, you know, and you see him, you don't know nothing about him, and then he calls you afterwards and says he likes you, and you guys start talking, and then you realize that you're talking for long hours on the phone, and after that, you decide to meet for a date. You go for 1 date, 2 dates, and then both of you then agree, okay, we're in this together, and you become an item. And his friends know you, you go for parties together, you come to your house, you hang out. This is what I'm saying, you become an item, so I don't see other girls with him, so he's now me, he comes to me, he picks me up.
But at that time when you become an item, do you feel that it's someone you can marry?
I'm not thinking marriage at that time. But we're still together. So we're an item as if, okay, you are not dating any other girl. I'm not with any other man. It's both of us. We go out together. We do stuff together. We family functions. We go together. My mom knows you. You know. Yes, now.
You are not an item unless I am sure I can marry you. You are not an item unless I'm sure I can marry you.
I am still discovering you at that time. And we're still talking. I'm still getting to know you.
So we're talking of talking of young people. They're adult enough to date, but maybe not ready.
I married in my 20s.
Maybe
I was young.
They're adult enough to date, but not old enough or settled enough or have reached the milestone that they need to be married. So, but they are dating, they are getting to know each other. And sometimes it's not even really of, I like you. You have friends and then it evolves into something else. And then they become an item. I mean, I feel that that's just the natural way it goes, except for people like Nima. Nima's own, the way she's described it to us is that you come and ask for her hand in marriage, the way it's done in her own home. Because not all Muslims actually do it the way that you do as well. So they come and ask for your hand in marriage, and you're sort of vetted, right, in your home and by you. And then you decide. It is in the marriage that you start getting to know the person. You have no time to date them. But generally, normally, people are young, they meet each other.
My own thing that was a bit different, because I mean, the only part I know that mine was different is that I changed them quite a bit. My mother had to call me and see one by you. This one, every within a year, you have seen before what's going on. This is how you do. So I now said, okay, that's when I started considering your own side of, okay, let me not go out now until I am sure. But there were times that I was having a great time and I was just dating different guys.
So, here is the way I see it. The perspective I had was, I'm a fine young girl. Everybody wants to be my friend. I'm in the market, so everybody is my friend. I did not let anybody lock me until I knew that, and we didn't have any intimacy. So we're just friends. Oh, my friend just called me. I introduced my current husband, to my former boyfriend because he's my friend. I always meet friends everywhere. So when my current husband met me, I had a relationship, and the person was someone that prospect of marriage, you know. So then I met my husband, and I felt, oh, this other guy that had prospect of marriage would not let me fly the way I wanted to. And I knew my husband was really, really supportive. So I broke up the other one and migrated to the new one. But that other one was on heading for marriage. So this new one was just friendship. So there are many friends. I can now...
So that's one model. That's one model. My own model worked for me. Your model worked for you.
And then for me, I always say that you're single until you're married. That's how I see it. So I don't understand this locking that people do anyways. Because for me, if you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, it means I have the right to move on to another relationship. When I feel...
because you are from Jos.
Maybe you do not understand what I said. Maybe you do not understand what I said. Let me say it again. If I'm in a relationship, if I'm a boyfriend and a girlfriend, I can move on from that relationship to the next relationship if it's over. So there's no locking up. You have not put a ring on my finger. I'm not married to you. You're not going to determine that I must stay in that boyfriend-girlfriend relationship for as long as you want it. I can move. The only place where I know people have to discuss the separation is in marriage. Are we talking about divorce? Are we talking about separation? Not in boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. You know what? I've been looking at you and I don't really like your hairstyle. I'm moving on because I'm quite young and I'm enjoying myself.
So that's the ideal. That you just explained. If you're in a relationship, according to one of our big bros, it is for breaking up. So you don't like anything, you move on. But in the Southwest,
young people do.
Wait. Once you're in a relationship, you go to what Morayo mentioned, you become an item. In fact, the mistake is, as soon as you can visit families, they no longer call girlfriends. So in the Yoruba language, Yawo, you two, once you allow it, you've stamped yourself. You can no longer be seen while you're dating that person to be freely moving to a lunch date with another person. Somebody will now snap, you see your lekpa, I see your lekpa somewhere. See, these are conversations that I remember, and I know the names and people that it happened to. So when I had the opportunity, I dated. While in school, I had people tell me, I was okay, we're dating. It became long distance, so you don't visit me until I hear you. You can call me, you can see me somewhere and say hello. Me and you know we have already toasted ourselves. But there's no relationship because I don't want to be an item with anybody.
Exactly. Okay. All right, let me go on a break.
You know,
I have to go on a break. I
thought
this thing was confused. So we'll talk about 4 different models right now. Let's go on a break. We are confused, but we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Married early, so I wasn't dating you for you to now say I'm your girlfriend. I didn't want to be anybody's trophy girlfriend.
Oh,
I wanted to only date
okay.
somebody that was going to be getting married to me in the next, we can see the future. And I did not, I needed to just have, I'm sapiosexual, so I needed to have you have to be cerebral, and then you can have a conversation with me. And once you're able to connect with me in terms of conversation, we are friends. The people I dated, there was a clear conversation that we were going to get married. So by the time I, at every point in time, felt that things were either moving at a slow pace or I noticed something I did not like in their character, I moved on. So my first relationship was my parents that my mommy prayed the relationship out of my life. She saw ahead that things were not going to work there. So, and I just disliked the person suddenly. But I had lots of friends. In the case of my husband, even as love was blinding me, 2.5 years down the line, but bros, when is the date? If we don't have a date, I'm not doing no. So at that point, I was entering a new year, and I broke up with him that I am going into this year as a single babe, disconnecting the item that we wear. Okay. Because we were just being, we were taking it for too long.
I like that model, because if a young person is watching us today, see yourself as a trophy, right? A prized possession. So you can date different, you can have different men in your lives, and nobody's seen as the one person until you are sure who actually is the right person, and then that you can get serious with that person. So I think I like that idea.
No, why you're dating let people having sex. So.
No, we said that she already asked.
Sex
no
for
sex.
Worship. So
She already mentioned that.
How about kissing?
No,
but do you
no
think, so those friends, if you get to the point of kissing and hugging, were friends allowed kissing and hugging?
No. Wow, friends, you're not. If you're kissing and hugging, you have entered relationship now.
Okay, right.
See,
Clear on that.
people are not friends if you have crossed that line.
because you become an item, and you see, let me just say that what you were saying that you become an item. I did not want plenty people to be my item because as a young girl, I saw them counting for others, and in our culture, they count. I lived in mile 2. I knew those aunties that they would say, Uncle Tomangbe Jeepwa. Uncle that brings this other car. You know, so I was trying to keep the
I was different. I didn't have
small.
that because nobody. I was fairly new in the country at the time, so everybody was counting for me. So I was very
But even mommy was counting for you.
Mommy was counting for me. That's why she had to come and see Joko what's going on. Every 3 months I was breaking up.
Did they count it to them?
No. We were counting from the window.
You were counting from the window.
We were counting from the window.
What determines the count? Is it the fact that the person comes to visit you? Is it the fact that the person...
Yes, now.
So it does not matter if it was really a relationship.
No.
As long as the person comes to visit you. And the people in your and the people in your neighborhood, seeing person come to visit you, they do not understand the depth of that relationship or what exactly is going on in that relationship.
No. We know that
he drops you off or picks you up.
We used to see them inside the car.
Wait.
We see them in the car. There's necking in the car.
This is it. So I had male friends growing up, and we gelled. I was very tomboyish. And I had someone tell my mom, you don't reach 9. What thing they happen? This speaking don't begin, they follow man, you don't reach 9. So my mom was like, we had the conversation. I said, all of them are my friends. I swear to God, I called all of them. Oh yeah, people should come. And they used to come to my house too, and that's why that person knew. So they sat down, who is my husband inside there? Say, who will marry you? Go kill us now. And the conversation, and my mother trusted me. So that person does not know. But this is how the person will ask. So if you are with the real one, and well done, Niwa, Alpha. Now the other person be that, I'll be like, the one you're hiding. Like, no, man, I'm coming, man. They know. So they count. They know when you are serious. They know. They start to count.
Let me tell you my own version of counting. Because my own version of the way they count is, like I told you where I grew up, is like a mini barracks. So what we were doing was from the window, we see the one that when you see off to the car, people are in the car for a very, very long time. And there are those that in the corner, they'll be holding each other and they're small hugging. All those ones are happening. So we are counting those ones. So there's the one that is just, they stroll, go and come back. There's nothing. But when we start seeing that, all those activities,
the one that can drop you late night.
Yes, and the one that they will stay in the car, they can already park inside that car, and they will not stay in that car for a long time, and their head is joining, their head is going apart. They count those ones.
You are actually the counter. No. Let me come to. Hello, good morning. Are you there? Oh gosh. Hello, good morning. Oh my God. Hello, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Damilola, I'm the line.
Damilola, go ahead, please. You're live.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying your program.
Thank you,
very
sir.
Nice one.
Thank
you. I want to speak on the issue you guys have been discussing.
Yes, please.
I think it's necessary for a lady and a guy she's dating to at least court for a minimum of 2 years. Because nowadays, you don't just jump into a relationship. The guy needs to know the lady he wants to settle with. And compatibility is also very important. There are certain things that the girl cannot accept in which it goes down well with the man. So we both have to agree on something. Not something you just come by in 6 months, 1 year. It's good nowadays because some guys can pretend from now till and
Thank you, Damilola. Yes, Mariam, what's
Yes. So what exactly is the item of courtship? What will you be doing?
Yeah.
Is it exam or is it just what exactly will be happening in that relationship? For
That's what I'm saying. So I don't like
People
those
can
long
pretend.
because at some point there will be a lot of kissing and smooshing and then the bed. And we don't want that. That's not what we want. We want something straight, direct. We know that this one is the person. Take it serious and we move on. There was a guy that I dated. I think I gave you that gist. The moment he came like this, my mom's sister, God rest her soul. Oh my goodness, she couldn't stand this guy. She prayed him out of my life. My mom was there thinking, nice guy, nice guy. My mother was there. Anytime he comes, my other sister will be this one. So one day we're entering the bus together, and we're going to church. So we have the coastal bus that takes us. He now came in. She saw him, and she was so angry that, why are you coming with us? We did not invite you. You know, she really confronted him.
What did she notice about
him? She doesn't like the guy. There was just something about the guy that anyways, finally, it was the guy I told you that almost tried to lock me. So I went to his house. And I noticed he went to lock the door. So I didn't really understand why he locked the door, and he now sat down and now said, "I want to come." Hey, as a father in heaven. And I met this guy in church, the church brother, somebody.
Wow,
I ran with every, and I was so happy that I got away that day. And when I told my mom's sister, she said, from the moment she saw that guy, she was cannot work. So his people were totally off. Yeah. So there are times like that where, but for me, he was an item already. Then I said an item. I went to his church together. We went to his church. He came to my own church also. We went out together. We went to parties together. We became an item. He will follow me to fellowship.
So, you know, sometimes where a lady is of a certain age and when she's talking of not having a partner or someone that she'll marry, and people will say, is this a recent thing that men don't come to you? When you were growing up, did men like you? Did you have boyfriends? You know, you're growing up too, your family would ask you, so who's your boyfriend? So they expect that you're dating.
Yeah.
You know, because a young girl
should be dating.
You're maturing. That's what is happening to you now. You're maturing physically, emotionally, mentally towards being with somebody. So there's a process, and that process involves dating. So if it happens that you're not dating at all, sometimes they'll call you aside. I'm like, yeah, is everything okay? is everything all right? So you're meant to date. So that's how I understand it. Now, concerning these 2 years or 3 years of dating, I too do not agree with this very long, drawn-out dating, because I've seen people, in fact, I know more than 3 people who dated for almost like 9 years, and within 1 year of the marriage, it was over. Because really, in that time, what are you trying to figure out? And so it's important that in the 2 years, you understand I think why people stay in those long, drawn-out relationships is that they feel that they can figure some things out, they can change some things that they have seen. Oh, okay. Or they know that the person doesn't want to marry them, but they found a way to convince the person to change the person's mind.
Okay, but this stopwatch system can go both ways also. Because if you're having this retinue of friends and you're not taking it serious, you might actually lose them all.
Yes.
Because somebody will go and date someone because you're not giving them a green light. Or they just find somebody else and you'll not be the losing them. Answer that question. Let me take Taiwo. Taiwo, are you there? Oh, I'm so sorry for keeping you, Taiwo. So we can work both ways.
So let me put it this way. You're meant to date, but I would, maybe you come to me, and some of them is a direct asking out. Oh, you're looking for me, can I have your number? I'm like, okay, come to my house fellowship. So I bring you in to the fellowship, and my fellowship is in my house. So you come to the house, you join many of my fellowship members were boyfriends wannabe, and I knew they were boyfriends wannabe. So I brought them into church. We converted them into born-again Christians. We're all playing together, and I made them understand that I will not it was very, very clear. I'm not dating unless it's someone I can marry. So I tell them, I'm going to get to know you. If I feel that you are someone I can marry, then we would enter into the relationship. But for me now, you're just my friend, and I have a lot of friends. So I made that clear, and I had a conversation with like 2-3 people that we never dated, but I knew they had intentions, but I made them understand that. So that's not dragging them along. That's not causing, that's like I'm getting to know you, but I'm not getting to know you as per I'm committed to you. I'm getting to know you while I'm knowing how you react to something. There's someone I met, and I've said it on the show before, that the guy held my hand so tightly, and I was trying to like, I'm going, and I felt the way you hold me so, the day you want to slap me, that's so you go slap me, and I just did not.
Let me go on a break. When we come back, we wrap up on this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. Thanks for staying with us. So we're still discussing this dating game and how best to date, when to date, how long to date, and how do you even know when to take it to the next level. We have Peace on the phone. Good morning, Peace. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I think there's no time frame to because no matter how long you stay with somebody, after marriage you still discover new things.
Exactly.
That you don't know. I so much believe if you're mature to marry, you have to be ready to take anything that comes. That's maturity. And you see all this issue of divorce and all those people are not matured enough to handle marriage. Because when you are ready, as a mature person, whether a lady or a male or a guy, you should be ready to take everything. I think that's my contribution.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Peace.
Thank you for the last
Yes,
comment.
Nima.
That's my definition. So while I wasn't dating, I used to tell myself, these are breaking points for me, what they call them. And if this doesn't happen, or if I ever witness this in the marriage, I get a divorce. It's an option that I'd always made open. And people used to find it ridiculous. If I don't date you and I'm getting to know you while I'm married to you, you cannot come and bring what I cannot bear and say, because marriage must work. There are certain things that when you know this one, like all the ones that we took some stories back, that we are discovering now is becoming not popular. You leave the marriage. You don't run yourself into insanity trying to cope with things that you can't deal with. And it's okay. Till people get to understand, you let them judge. When they finally do, they will understand. There's also the part that the writer, Kenneth Okonkwo, was talking about. I think he was addressing girls who had men give them standards. Men who will say, I for marry you, but you know they need down, reach down. I for marry you, but the other girl washes for me. I for marry you, but you know Sabi cook. You never hear ridiculous things. I for marry you, but I was sick the other day and you didn't show up. You know, you don't have a life when you're dating somebody. If the person will marry you, he will know he will marry you. You don't have to prove anything. And
See,
this
that goes both ways.
is from a man to women. I hope the women don't forget the message. Because when you now start to hear, you see, your job makes you do shifts. I don't want a woman that's not available for my family. What thing they toast me for? Why are you wasting time? Don't disturb me. Or someone will say, you know, maybe you should add some weight. You're too thin.
Yeah, there are people.
Please, I shouldn't have attracted you in the first place.
Yeah.
There's another worse one that I cannot understand to people like me. Your hijab is just too long.
Like, why
if
are
you
you
could have
here
make it a scarf. I say, I force
All
you.
right, let me take this call. I'll come to you. Good morning. Are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I would like to contribute.
Yes, please.
And this question, like a man she's not supposed to date for a long time. It could be vice versa too.
Yes.
So I will take myself as an example. Before I got married, I was dating someone for 5 years. And there were lots of red flags that I saw. So I left. And the reason why I left was because the guy started dating me. There were some questions I asked him concerning his previous relationship. And I saw that he was doing what he was doing to me, to those ladies. And I ended it. I didn't look back. And now I am happily married. Secondly, another of my friends, she dated this guy for 12 years. I remember when we were in secondary school, that was when they started dating. And if I tell you that, okay, as an earlier this year, she called me and she was crying, so many things the guy was doing to her. And I'm like, these are red flags. Why are you still holding back? Well, long story short, this girl committed suicide. Okay, the guy actually impregnated somebody else, did introduction with the person, and she heard outside. So the thing really affected her. She was depressed. We all ran helter-skelter, but she committed suicide. So we, both men and women, we need to know when you are seeing red flags. I used to tell myself something. No matter how much a man will like me, they won't love me more than my parents. It will never happen. They cannot love me the way my parents would love me. So we all need to be very careful. Life goes on. Now, the man, I'm sure the girl would have given birth, he would have continued.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Yemi. Yes.
I think there's an attitude that I see mostly in younger girls, where they think that so this marriage is about being chosen. He has chosen me. He has picked me. You know, this kind of game where they say, and then the person will choose different people in the game. So they choose me. So you're happy, and now that they have chosen you, now you're on this side. You don't want to leave no matter what you see there. So you've forgotten that you too can do a choosing. You can decide to choose that person as well and decide to choose to stay or choose to leave. You know, there's this, and it goes into, you know, when we grow older as well, where people are asked to stay in marriages or relationships, even when everyone can see how physically and mentally and emotionally you're being almost tortured by someone that claims to love you. So we need to tell younger girls, when you're going to the relationship, you choose each other.
Yeah.
You also determine how long you want the relationship to go. So you can have that conversation. You know what? I'll be done with university in 2 years, and I'm looking to see if I would like to be married in the 3rd year. Is that a plan that you have? He may not have a definite plan, but he will tell you his plans. So, oh, I prepare, immediately after university, I'm traveling for my master's, and after my master's, I'm traveling for my PhD. Then you know that maybe your paths are not going to, you know, meet at any point. So you can then choose to stay out of that relationship and then follow the one that will bring you happiness. You don't have to stick in a relationship just because you have been chosen the first time around.
Okay,
and
fantastic point. I like that. Let's take Temitope. Are you there?
I am.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead, please.
Concerning the topic, I think what I'm just going to add is that there's no manual to relationship, honestly. There's no manual, because for a person, I dated someone for like years, and it was so perfect for me. To me, I feel like, yes, this is the person. After like some months, I feel like, yes, it was not working anymore, because he's a Muslim, I'm also a Christian, but I was willing to do a lot of things for him. But his family were giving me issues already in the relationship. All of a sudden, I met this one person, and I'm married now. I met my husband, and we dated for like, during the period of dating, we have conversations, like, conversation, you know that, yes, this is it for me. Because you have conversations that have your best at heart. Conversation like, okay, let's go and eat. No, conversation like when I talk about my business, even when I'm less concerned about it. You see talking about, oh, what about your business? What about this? Have you done this? Have you done that? I'm like, oh, can I still remember? It's like, yes, I have it in mind. Have you done, what are your plans?
Thank you very much, Temitope. You know, I mean, I always tell people that I think I had a bit of fun. I mean, right now, I'm an adult and I'm content. I'm not looking for anything outside, because a lot of the fun, everybody's, how people are defining fun, I've lived a bit of life. So I feel I would like to encourage people to enjoy your young years, date, have fun, explore. Because that's what I did.
No,
I mean,
you did not explore sexually. You don't go and say it, and they will think it's... She should define it.
No, of course not. But I had different kinds of people in my life, and I had fun. So I think also a lot of people always like, there's something I missed out. I mean, I've never for a second feel that I missed out on anything. There's nothing you want to use to bamboozle me. I'm done. I've been there, done. I've moved on.
Okay, so you don't need to be there. Perspective, Mariah's perspective. Take wisdom where you see wisdom. There's no rule to relationship, but wisdom is universal, you know. Let me first address what Mariam said, which is very, very important. You are not, nobody is choosing anybody. This sacrifice that women make because they want to be married, you would spend your money, you would spend your time, you would serve because you want to be Mrs. It's not worth the sacrifice. Yes, marriage is beautiful, but it is not worth the sacrifice if it is not a mutual relationship. It must be mutual service, mutual love, mutual sacrifice on both sides. Enough of this servitude that is sold to us in terms of this is what marriage is, number one. Number two, you don't need to experience and explore. You know, I did not experience and explore. But when I saw my husband, I knew my husband was going to, we were going to groove all the groove together. We are still grooving it till forever and ever in Jesus' name. Amen. It was the groove. I knew it would take me out. I did not go clubbing as a single girl. You know, I always tell my husband that my first taste of alcohol was from him. You know, so it was, I did not do all those things. It looked attractive when I saw single girls doing it, but I was preserving myself to do all this groove inside marriage. But now, I wear bomb shots now. If anybody says anything, it's not your business. I did not play as a single girl.
I am married to a man who doesn't like me going out to
Exactly.
eat? So I thank Lord Almighty that there was
you
no
did
restaurant
that.
in Lagos or anywhere
That
else
you
I
not
live.
finish.
That
That
I
you
finished.
not finish.
So today I married somebody that he feels that 30,000 wants to use
can
in
put
the
it in
house.
the house.
So I'm not missing going to restaurant because I've
So
been there,
that's
done
why I said that there's
so it depends on
no
who
relationship is not universal.
you are.
So I knew who Mr. Mark was. And I knew we were going to groove the groove before we got married. You know, so yes, I knew his nature. I knew that he would not have any issue with me wearing my off shoulder or me wearing my tube dress. Because I knew who he was.
Yeah.
I knew that I could do all the things I could not do before marriage with him.
Right.
My parents would not allow me wear half of what I wear right now as a single girl.
Yeah.
They wouldn't allow it. But I married
different strokes.
No,
As you said,
find the one that works.
because the things that they did not allow you to do as a single girl, you just look for the person that will give you freedom to fly.
Nima, before I got married, I used to travel every year. You can't tell my husband that, okay, this money we've gathered now, you want to go and looking for what reason? Because there are things to do, there are bills to pay. So he's totally like, now, travel is not our priority. He would not allow them. But before I got married, I was traveling.
Murayo, this is what I wanted to say to when that caller called about the girl that...
Yes.
There are certain things that we put into relationships that are meant for marriage.
Say it again, I missed it.
Again.
Too many things, too many emotions, attributes, behaviors, investments in ourselves that are meant for marriage, that we put into relationships.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.